live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy
Drunk Play
TJ.
Damn it.
See?
We're thinking the same thing.
Yes.
I wanted to. All right, y'all. Man, one more time. I messed it up. I didn't know you were going to do that. That was amazing. Not that we thought the same thing.
And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And your homeboy Drunk Play TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason when you have alcohol in your body.
We back.
Your mic sounds. Oh no.
Getting phone calls.
No phone calls during
No
podcast,
phone calls
man.
during podcasting, my guy.
Leave us alone. What was I gonna say?
You were gonna say we're back.
We're back. I feel terrible, and that's kind of
Fresh
where
swigs
where
of
we
water.
are. Yeah, it's a hangover type of episode, and it's gonna be triggity trash. So, are y'all ready for this?
Hangovers. The name of the episode is Hangovers in Your 30s.
Yeah.
True that though. So let's talk about it. How you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Yep. How you feeling?
Horrible.
You know what? It's like you went a little hard last night.
Yeah, in too many ways. What?
Wow. Wow.
Good luck with that, bro.
Wow.
So yeah, I just feel terrible. I had too much to drink, and this has been a recent phenomena. Like, 33, almost
Trey.
34, and
Golly, it's like,
your stuff's too close.
I'm gonna move things around a little bit so I can stop smacking my phone. And anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm 30, almost 34, and alcohol just doesn't sit on my body the same way, and so I'm gonna have to chill out from now on.
But I'm okay. Feel pretty good. I think I was one drink away from being in your position.
You had a lot more ice than drink.
Yeah, I mean, you know who's making my drinks. I mean, I didn't determine that there needed to be more ice than drink.
I was just saying, I had a lot less water than everybody else.
You did, but you had like a big piece of ice. You were doing it the actual old fashioned, how you should drink way.
It's not that much ice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Comparatively.
Well, you get more space by
Yeah, and your drink doesn't water down, blah, 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 blah. It's still cold, right?
yeah. But it's different. Definitely. I definitely got buzzed way quicker than when I would have when I was 20. Like, shout out to E9. Great beer.
Yeah,
Great
E9,
beer.
brewery, tap house out here in Tacoma provided us the Tacoma brew. I need a pop filter.
You do. I need to get
That's annoying
Need to get another one or
for the listeners. I can just bring mine. And your mic's too close. You're making love to it.
It's a thing. I love
And
my
now my headphones are trapped.
Okay, wait.
This is an awkward setup.
We're more fruit. Scoot up. Stop making. Hold on 1 second.
Garrett's
Listen, I'm gonna mute me. You can somewhat hear me on his mic, so I'm gonna mute myself while I do this. So that way y'all don't have to hear all the. Sound like I'm over here beatboxing the mic.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I just had to be still.
Don't make yourself uncomfortable. Just
Stop
move
moving.
it.
Stop moving.
Just move it.
Stop moving.
Just move it forward.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm muted again, people.
All right. So I got my headphones.
All right.
Your mic.
Got it.
And instead of tilting it, just
Good.
yeah.
There we go.
Now people can hear you.
Yeah.
And pop filter should be like here. it renders cool. All right, so too much to drink.
And old people trying to get stuff set up.
My body's old. I can't handle it, and so I'm not drinking anymore.
Is what he says.
I'm turning it off.
No.
Forever.
Everybody does that. You didn't have one of those conversations with God last night. If you just let me feel sober and sleep, I won't drink again.
No, I didn't have that conversation.
So it's not time to quit yet.
It is time to quit.
It's not. Guys, he has a full, like, beautiful decanter. Like, he's that type of old school drinker. Like, you know, he comes home and then he has an old fashioned while smoking a cigar.
Yeah, let's put it like this. Like, I'll just have half of a drink.
Just have one drink.
How about half?
No, have one.
Can you even have half of a drink?
You can't.
If it's in a glass.
There's no way to have half of a drink.
I could make a whole drink and drink half of it.
Okay, you could do that, but that would be a waste. Are you going to come back to the drink later? No. You're not. No,
I'm not.
exactly.
I could put it in the fridge for the next day.
Get out of here. But, okay. So y'all see the actual dilemma of
A little cover on the cup. And stick it in. And then
no, I'm not doing this with you.
I just want to go down this rabbit hole really quick.
You just want to go down the rabbit hole of how to manufacture your half a drink that, you know.
Where I'm not being wasteful, but I can still have half a drink.
You know what's crazy about this? The crazy thing is, like, these are actual conversations that once you hit a certain age, you start to have. And they get crazier depending upon what it is you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, sex after 30. In terms of, like, things that you used to do.
Yeah.
Versus, like, things that could hurt your hip. There's all kinds of things going on, man. Like, you pull all kinds of muscles sometimes, and you're like, I've never had to stretch before.
I'm still pretty limber for that.
Good luck with that, bruh.
That's the wrong button. It's more like a yeah.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Can we pause for a second?
Of course.
I have to pee. Commercial break.
Commercial break. We'll be back. Hilarious.
Oh, I was thinking, turn our chairs kind of like this towards each other. It's just a better shot for some reason. How about we just move this table back? Give us plenty more room.
Like this? Only now they see my shorts.
We gotta move up.
Huh?
If we move up. If we move up, we have a bit more room as well. So, and then take your mic all the way, almost to the table. And I think when I come back, we're each up. Oh, what was I gonna say? All right, hold on a second.
I think I somehow feel like I messed up.
I'm gonna talk about what my bathroom experience was just like.
Did I just mess up the chat?
Just trust me.
Oh. Oh.
No, you didn't.
I'm muted. That's why. Okay. Garrett, this is where you start.
All right, and we're back from our little commercial break.
Commercial
So
break.
I had a
Commercial break,
bathroom
he says.
experience,
What was this experience?
and so this kind of leads alongside of the point where we're talking about being older, drinking too much. I need to go down to half drinks, and and
Half drink.
I need to go down to half drinks. And when I went to the bathroom, I thought I really had to go. I didn't really have to go. I got there. I was aimed. I was ready. And then it was like trickle, trickle, trickle. And then I was like, that's it.
Bruh, we are not
So
at the
that's
age.
a problem.
That is a problem. We're not at the age where you like feel like you have to go and you can't go. That's wild.
I feel like I'm gonna continue to mess around with this shot until it gets good.
Welcome to Studio
I
Prime,
promise you.
everybody.
I promise you, I will. Yes, because your microphone is blocking your face hole,
Yeah.
and you gotta move your microphone this way, so it's not.
I
blocking
see
your
what you're
face hole.
saying, and that
Yeah.
but I moved right back into where it's blocking my face.
And then you can lower that.
Oh, I get. Wait, no.
See,
This was so weird. So weird. And again, see, here's the thing with OBS is y'all see me doing this because I try to counteract what I'm seeing because I feel like it should move with me.
no, just look at the camera.
No.
Hi, people.
I mean, because it's reverse. So like, I'm like, when I look at that, I'm like, oh, instead
Stop
of,
watching the screen.
I'm old. There.
You just move.
No, that's what
You
I'm
got-
trying. Oh, I get what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
just okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm centering.
So we're talking about being old, but you're reverting.
Oh man.
You're reverting back to like the spatial perception type realm
I see what you did there.
in our ages.
Yeah, good talk.
Benjamin Buttons. Also, in the bathroom.
Mhm.
What was that? It's a little gross. I thought that was a burp.
Oh, it probably was.
I thought it was a weird burp.
Probably. I probably tried to.
No,
like,
I seriously thought something happened to you just that moment. Related to this whole thing.
no.
And so I was just like, oh gosh, are you dying?
Yo. Okay, that is the other thing past 30s. Like, am I dying? Like, everything. Like, it gets to the point while we're on this subject before you give them your anecdote on what's going on with you in the bathroom.
I just have one
Oh,
question.
go ahead.
No, finish your
Oh,
statement.
it's like we need to go to the doctor more often. But it feels like if you go to the doctor, they're going to be like, hey, all that surge you were drinking, it really does cause infertility. And your balls are going to shrink.
Don't drink Surge. Could they sue us? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, Surge doesn't watch this. Don't watch this, Surge.
They came back, actually. They made a resurgence.
So my question is, where'd you get your giant bottle of Old Spice?
Oh, my body, Target,
Okay.
sponsor us.
Anyway, I think we've killed this subject to death.
We did.
And so there's a recent story about J. Cole.
Yep.
And you know more about the specifics of it. I've seen a headline where, Drake has given J. Cole some shine, and a trophy really quick, and so
It was just the thing where J. Cole's tour, he's currently touring now, the off-season tour, and Drake came out at his show. And for us in this generation, or the way these rappers of this generation have been using the appearance, is like a, at least with Drake specifically, it's been kind of like a super team forming, or the post we're not beefing anymore. Though I don't think Cole and Drake were ever beefing. Because I know that when Drake brought out Chris Brown to one of his shows, it was like a big thing. That people were kind of like, oh yeah, I like this a lot. But I appreciated it because it's one of those, people are always having a conversation between K. Dot, J. Cole, Drake, who's the greatest of our generation and all this other stuff. And a lot of times when you're a great artist, and I still consider myself to be a great artist, especially like with us, there's this ego thing that comes into play. And we've had this conversation, I think, on an older episode about competition. And neither of them have to compete in this sense. Like J. Cole has albums, no features, that have gone platinum. You know, Drake has his accolades and things of that nature. And both of those kings, both of those great artists can coexist in a place where it doesn't have to be a dog eat dog world.
Yeah, and I don't think that they have ever. I don't think they've ever like sort of beef.
No,
You know
those two I don't think. I think it's just like a Drake and K. Dot thing.
Yeah. Excuse us messing around with the picture and things of that nature. I just want to try some things in the background, so
Listen,
ignore
guys,
that.
you're with us on this experimentation phase of
Yeah.
our podcast life.
It's one of those days where I'm just like, I'm gonna mess around with some stuff. But I wanted to scoot us up a little bit. You see where I'm going with that? You see where I'm going with that?
See where I'm going with that?
All right.
See where I'm going with that?
And now we look better, and if we transition to just our faces.
Hey. What's up, people?
Hey.
Looking good.
Hey.
Feeling fresh. What's popping? Brand new whip just hopped in. I got options.
Yeah, so they've been on tour together, right?
Yeah.
J. Cole.
I think it would have been a long time ago at this point, though.
Yeah, that was first album. Well, before the first album, right?
Yeah.
That was mixtape, warm up type vibe where
It was. I forgot the name of that tour, but it was a really cool one. I'll probably think of it later. But it's just
the Drake did a thing tour.
Yeah, probably. The Drake did a thing in the Cole world.
Yeah,
See what I did there?
but a lot of newcomers were on that tour. I think
Moray.
no, not on Cole's current tour. I'm saying the Drake tour, the first Drake tour.
Oh
that
no,
Cole was
everybody was on
right.
that tour.
Wale was on that.
Yeah. Trey Songz went on that one.
Okay.
I remember that big. I know which one you're talking about. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was a
so-
big, huge thing that they did, where it was a lot of artists. Where if you went to those concerts, you got blessed.
Yeah.
Because that was in a stage where they could do stuff like that. And I think that's why it's such a big moment for them, is because it's not necessarily you can still move it. I was just telling you. It's not necessarily it's just a big showing that we can still kind of do this and get back to what makes us happy.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate that a lot from them because we need that. Like a lot of the times we get so caught up in like even the Drake Kanye beef, which isn't really like a beef, it's just two grown men being weird about, you know, whatever it is they being weird about.
My thing is
And
that
trying to promote albums.
Kanye and Drake, right? They're both rich. So what are they crying
Actively beefing about?
about? Yeah.
Nothing.
So
I mean, it's small stuff that probably means something to them that I wouldn't think needed to be brought to a track.
Yeah.
You know, like we never did that. Thank goodness. I mean, I know you had some ammo in the clip from like high school stuff, but even then, it was more like it still wasn't. It wasn't that deep.
Yeah, I think it was just a moment of being caught up in the middle of stuff.
Yeah, and that's how it is. Like they're just caught up in the middle of stupidity currently right now.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really make sense for them to beef, even with the stuff that they've like said that they beefed about. Because you know Drake had a report I think on the shop with the LeBron produced sports music thing.
LeBron.
And he said that Kanye had given him a beat. Drake goes and records to the beat. And then Kanye releases the song on said beat with the poopity scoop. A poopity scoopity scoopity goop.
I mean, that should be a commercial.
It should be.
For a pooper scooper.
Who would want to pay Kanye that much money to use the song, though?
A smart company.
He not taking that check.
I think he would.
I don't think he would.
I think Universal would take that check.
No, Universal would definitely take that check. Now, Universal might need to get on that.
Poopity scoop. You heard it first here.
Poopity scoopers.
Good luck with that, bro. I don't even have the buttons. I'm just going to press one.
Good luck with that, bruh.
I'm going to have to get, like, I wonder if there's, like, an add-on that I can get you your own sound pad.
My own buttons?
Mm.
I mean, we have access to the buttons, don't we? Or, oh, no, we can switch them. I can switch them on the computer, but I can't activate them.
You might be able to. Why? Just why Spotify?
I mean,
that might be a title of the damn episode. Just why Spotify?
I had a title in my head. Half a drink, or our worst episode ever.
True.
Yeah.
I would have no problems with either of these suggestions.
Let's call it our worst episode ever.
Yeah.
I forgot what the button is.
Yo. All right, let's talk about Spotify. I'm gonna pull this while you're doing your thing over there. I'm gonna pull up the article.
I got the crawler. Boom, crawler. And
he's been working on the crawler.
I was just messing with this.
Let me go back and go back. Okay. So Spotify has a new marquee promotion feature that is forcing artists to pay to reach fans they already have as much as 50 cents per click. Spotify is cooking up even more ways to pay artists less while charging them more. Now, Spotify wants artists to pay to reach fans they already have via a beta stage marquee push campaign feature. Tweets from disgruntled artists reveal how Spotify's new beta marquee feature works. Screenshots of the new promotional campaign tool reveal that Spotify is taking up to 50 cents per click per user to show fans new music. It should be noted that many of these fans would willingly check out new music from the artist either on their own or with the help of an organic, i.e. free, Spotify algorithm feed.
Yeah. So, and that was according to Digital Music News, by the way.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make financial sense to pay 50 cents to get your
one click,
your one music or your one new single up to the top in front of your fans, and it honestly there's an email that goes out to everybody that follows you anyway.
And that's what they were saying. Like from everything that the article is espousing that is going on with Spotify, they're already going to listen to your music. The only thing that this marquee promotion does is essentially, so like, you know how on Pandora, they'll come through with the ad, listen to this ad for 30 minutes and get
30 seconds.
30 seconds and get your 30 minutes free.
Right.
Of like ad free, whatever. So essentially what the marquee program would do is you're paying 50 cents per click. That person would then get a notification. They're already wanting to listen to your music, but they will be able to listen to just your music, which you can already do via whatever playlist that that artist has created with their music.
Yeah, if this person likes you, if your fan likes you, like, why do you need some extra notification? You could just put something up on social media if that person follows you in that place. So I think this is a terrible way for Spotify to kind of squeeze artists a little bit more. And then on the other side, the digital music news continues to elaborate on the cost it would take for an artist to recoup said 50 cents. They need about 100 streams in order for that to happen. So, and they're not just paying that 50 cents one time.
100 streams for one click of someone who was already interested in your music.
Right. So it's not, and people aren't just paying the 50 cents. They're paying like at minimum $100 a month. Mm-hmm. And some folks they have a minimum threshold for advertising at like $500 or so. And so if you're spending $500 to recoup that, in most cases it's thousands and thousands of streams.
And 500 is 50 people, right?
Right.
Like,
no, 50 for 50 cents each.
Yeah.
$500. I'm not good at math right now, but if you double it, that's about 1,000 people.
Okay. So yeah, why do I do math so bad sometimes? But anyway, you just have
educational system.
But the total thing of this is that I'm not understanding why they keep creating these programs. Like,
well, they want artists to generate more traffic for them.
But why am I paying you for that?
Because it's a scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme, obviously, because that don't make sense. I, as an artist, generate traffic for you.
You
by
want
existing.
the advantage of our algorithm. We can give you the advantage of our algorithm if you pay for it, but you paying for it means we'll get more customers.
But you're already giving it to me for free.
Right.
So pay for what you're already giving me for free?
Yes.
Because
you don't get the algorithmic advantage for free.
They do, because that was the whole thing that the article was saying. By your algorithms, I'm already somebody that they're interested in.
Well, no, you're already somebody that they're interested in,
and they're gonna hear me
if they follow you.
That was the other thing, but it was still promoting to people who were already following. That was the other thing that they were saying, that it's already promoting to people who are in your pool. The only difference,
so you're double dipping for
you're double dipping for no reason, and the double dip is so that they can exclusively listen to you with those clicks.
But the idea should be that if you're gonna pay for this marquee, then you should be running the ads to people that don't follow you.
It should have you can't guarantee clicks, but there should be more of a new areas. So this should be used for trouble areas, right? So say we suck in Palm Springs. We just don't get any viewers. Our shows are really low there. If I'm paying for something, I want to increase my numbers in places that I do bad in. I pay for advertising in that way because maybe there's a market that I'm not touching, because people sell out shows in certain places. Everybody has their bad markets.
That's normally not a good way to run ads, but
No. Oh well.
the best way to run ads is to run in markets that you already do well in.
But I still don't get why they're charging me for the way this is set up.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But I think, all right. So I've run ads on Spotify, both audio ads, some other things, and beta tested for their platform. And when I ran ads there, and I think I made a video about this before.
Yeah, you made a couple videos on the Music Advice channel about different tiers of, okay, I want to try DistroKids, I want to try this person's, whatever it was, you wanted to try the different algorithms to see what the advertisements led to you in terms of the channel and I think the music. Because I feel like there's a video up there. I feel like I've also watched that video. If you haven't already,
I'm not sure what video.
Like, comment.
I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. But
there was a new. I'll go back to that.
Right.
Definitely right. You've made millions of videos at this point.
I know I've discussed different platforms, different advertisement techniques, and promotional techniques. Ultimately, what I'm getting at is that I've tried their platform in order to advertise, and what happens is you're able to target certain markets, but yes, you do not have a way to filter out your followers currently. There it may be available. It may be available at some point, or within the last few weeks. But I the last time I ran ads, they didn't work there.
What's most upsetting about reading through that is this is how you take advantage of new artists. I mean, in a lot of ways, this wouldn't affect a major artist because they already have the promotion. They don't need to use these ads. But for an artist independent artists specifically, when you're trying to get your feet off the ground, when you're trying to get your music to new listeners, when you're trying to build your fan base so that you can tour, so that you can, use your streams or get to a place where you were like 21 Savage, like how we mentioned last week, where your masters can actually do something for you. You need advertising, but you need advertising in a way that, benefits your budget, obviously. It's still a risk, but gives you a net return that is worth it.
I think realistically, artists should do better at social media promotion versus running ads currently. So it just is what it is. Let's go to the next one. Our last one.
Lots of fun. So,
Cowboy Bebop.
If you were
coming to
not,
Netflix,
in the know, Cowboy Bebop is an amazing anime that came out a long time ago at this point. Like it's in this noir kind of setup thing. But anyway, they're doing a live action version of the series. Give me just a second to pull up because I know all the characters and stuff, but I want to make sure I get all
first.
the
What
there.
For those that don't know anything about Cowboy Bebop, like myself, what's the premise?
Okay. So the premise is essentially they're bounty hunters. There's this guy named Spike, and then there's Jesus Christ, Spike and Jet. I don't know why I forgot Jet's name, but his name is Jet Black. He's a black guy.
And his name is Jet Black.
Yeah.
That's
He's really
funny.
cool. But they're bounty hunters. And so in it's space bounty hunters at that. So it's really cool. It might remind some of you of oh Lord, I've gotten to that point where I cannot remember all of the shows that I've watched and like other names of shows to even tell people. Anyway, space bounty hunters. Doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna get drugged down. But Spike Spiegel, Jet Black. Spike is an amazing bounty hunter. Him and Jet are on this ship, and they're kind of like the ship is kind of like falling apart. Not really, but like their main ship is kind of falling apart.
It's kind of like the Millennium Falcon
Yes.
in that way, right?
Yes.
So it sounds kind of Star Wars-ish, right?
Yeah.
What was it? Han Solo
Han Solo.
is a
You made him Dutch.
Hans.
Han Solo.
Hi y'all. I'm Han Solo.
What's funny, you got encouraged to do more accents. Here goes your accent.
I'm here to take your bounty, please.
But anyway, so Netflix is doing a live action adaptation of this classic series, which was shown on Toonami for a lot of us back in the day, alongside some really powerful animes. When it comes out, if you want to hear a deeper review on it, go check out Gray Area Anime, because I'll be doing that over there.
Set them up. Knock them down.
But John Cho is going to be Spike. Daniela. There's Pineda.
Okay.
It's going to be Faye. Faye Valentine, which is another bounty hunter that ends up like on their ship and ends up like going along with them. It's really funny, man. Like it's so noir. It's space noir, but it's just nuanced in a way that like you run across people who like terrorists, you run across space terrorists, you run across the Space Federation, you run across the space mafia in that sense, like the Yakuza space mafia. But it's really dope. In this series, like it's Western space noir.
Okay. So
like those are the categories.
basically Han Solo. I just needed an easy way to digest this
Yes.
storyline. Basically, if you take the Star Wars, right, and you subtract Han Solo and Chewbacca,
Solo.
and
This is funny. So on the website that I'm looking at for the actors and everything, they asked, "What is Cowboy Bebop about?" Beep-boop-boop. Cowboy Bebop, which blends elements of science fiction, western, film noir, and slapstick comedy, is set in a fictionalized universe where Earth is rendered uninhabitable, pushing humanity to colonize the solar system.
so basically they ripped off Star Wars.
No,
I mean,
no, we're not doing that.
I mean,
we're not doing that.
That's what Han
No.
Solo is.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
You will not defame anime. Now, Netflix has had a rocky history with live action adaptations of animes. Death Note is terrible. But Bleach was good.
Garbage.
Bleach was good. Netflix didn't do the Dragon Ball Z movie, but I mean, come on, guys. The live action thing was treated
Who decided that was okay?
M. Night Shyamalan did Avatar. Boo. So that's kind of what we've
Shame on you.
grown to expect with some of these.
You keep smacking your mic.
I'm sorry, Mike. I apologize. Our relationship
Mike
is
didn't
better
do
than
anything
this.
to you.
I know, I'm trying to apologize.
Worst episode ever.
True that. But it's gonna be really dope. It looks really nice. They released the intro today, and they're using the same music and same intro from the anime, which is another extremely exciting thing for us fans. Kanae and I will be doing an anime rewind of that eventually, which is where we go back and watch older animes. This is one of the classics. This is why people are like really wanting this to be good, because it's one of the animes that would have been introduced to us, like I said earlier, through Toonami, with your Dragon Ball Zs, your Gundam Wings, your G Gundams, Naruto around 2005, 2006. In terms of when they came out, Bleach, all of those things that came out on Toonami, they got all of us introduced to the genre. So I'm really excited about it. I really think it's going to be good. I think that they're taking their time and crafting a great adaptation. I don't think that they're skipping lines because they know that this is something that we will beat you up for Netflix. You will have to run the fade if this is terrible.
That was not a threat from the No Rhyme or Reason podcast.
That was a promise.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Thanks
And
for listening.
I'm being paranoid every time. Thanks for listening. And
Appreciate you being here.
thank you. But we'll see you guys next week with way more polish.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I can't promise it, but
I'll have half my drink. And then we'll see.
a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
Peace.